Right now, all my mages are wielding. Well, they're all wielding cudgels, but they're wielding what they call the Sybil staff, sort of a base level. If you're a level 1 mage of any sort, you should be able to run a Sybil cudgel, Sybil staff, regardless. So later on, we're going to be unlocking the wizard's staff, which will give us an extra, a little more magic attack, and it'll also give us +1 range on our magical spells. So we'll be switching to that as soon as possible. I'm not going to say for all of our characters, but for at least our mages, you know, our offensive mages. It is ridiculous damage she deals. Like, my berserker's doing somewhere in the ballpark of like, when he's designed for attack, and he's doing somewhere in the ballpark of about 100 damage right now. And two-handed, what's his face, I don't want to call him Vice, that's not correct. Yep, he's dead. Dead for goodsies that time. Denim. There we go. So yeah, that's why I love running two-handed denim. Because just the raw damage he deals is just freaking ridiculous. I've literally got 3 freaking clerics on the field right now. I've got Cashua, I've got Donatello, who's the male here that I just got, and my other female Sybil healer character. So one of the things that's sort of difficult about mages in general is they don't have as much walking range as some of the other characters do. So because of that, it makes them harder to maneuver up a hill unless you have sort of a gradual incline. As you can see, I was trying to get him to go up 2 spaces. Even though he's standing directly next to the 2 spaces, he doesn't seem to want to jump up the 2 spaces there. So I have to go back and around and go up, you know, sort of like steps, one step level at a time. You got me. Alright, steel triggered.
Where is Master Nybeth? What is keeping him?
Unfortunately for Moldova, Master Nybeth is not coming into this battle. I think if you spend 100 turns in this battle, I don't think he pops up. But that being said, Master Nybeth is nothing to sneeze at. We will be saving his fight till later. Eat a dick. So yes, I do have, like I said, I've got, you know, obviously I knew we were walking into this mission and we were going to have the help of our buddy here. But that being said, I did also prepare and give my other Sybil that is not Kashua the ability to exorcise demons. I should move over here, said Chris. That's smart. Hooray. Alright, well, I know at least another character that's going to be dead here in a second. This one right here. Kind of put yourself in a very shitty position, buddy. I mean, like, I'm not going to say I'm not even trying, but like... It's not terribly difficult. Yeah, scramble his brains with this hammer. Boink. So... Originally planned on having the Berserk with an axe, but decided, meh. Give it a different choice. I believe it can definitely wield axes, hammers. I believe it can also wield daggers. Fist type weapons as well. Hooray, hooray. Rain's ridiculous, ain't it? Not that I should complain, I'm in the middle of a fucking... well, we're not at the exact second that I'm recording this episode are we in a snowstorm, but like, if it were to rain like that, but in snow form, I would be fucked. Because that would be a hell of a lot of snow coming down. Pretty decent pace. It would not take very long for that to pile up into not only, you know, inches, but possibly feet of snow within a very short period of time. Here's a question for everybody. I know this is a book, but it's also a thing that can naturally happen in the environment. Has anyone ever seen, I have, but it's only been like once, and I remember it very specifically because I was like, that is so bizarre to me, but also like there was just something on television that was a little bit of a special that I was gonna probably remember the moment in it, regardless of the fact that we got thunder snow. That's thunder with snow. Like, you know, occasionally, particularly in the spring and summertime. It also happened in the fall, I suppose. You know, it's always fun. I always think it's fun. The first time you know, you're lying awake or you're at work or whatever, and you suddenly realize that, oh, it must be spring now, because even though in a lot of cases it's gotten warmer, or the snow started to melt, or, you know, people are talking about what they're planting, or you go to a hardware store and you see like got all of their mowers and weed whackers out and discounted, trying to sell them. But the whole thunder thing is just like, you never know it's coming, and then once it's here, you're like, oh, it must be clearly springtime now, because you're not really gonna get it. Anywho, back to my story about thunder snow. I had it one time. Me and my brother were home. We were, I don't know how you want to refer to this. My mom was working. We were home alone, but my dad was going to be coming home in about an hour or two after we got back from school. So rather than have us go to a daycare center and then have him pick us up you know, roughly half an hour to an hour after, say, a bus would have dropped us off, we would already be at home, and he could drive straight to our house rather than drive to the daycare center, pick up your two children, they're too old for daycare now, and then taking them home. You know, it's just like an extra thing you don't want to do. The thunder snow is very weird, because you're like looking outside and you're like, it's snowing. They go, yeah, it's snowing. I mean, it's not raining and snowing like sleet. It's just regular snow. Yeah, I know. Well, you hear that, right? Yeah, it sounds like thunder. How the fuck do you get thunder snow? I don't know. The meteorologist thing, obviously, you can do it. But, yeah, not you specifically can do it, but like, it can happen more frequently than it appears. So.
Master Nybeth, even in death would I have served you.
That's some high praise for your teacher there, that should you've died, you would gladly become one of these poor puppets that he could manipulate. Alright, big time. Yeah, everybody's at the level cap. Hooray for us.
My thanks to you, Denham. You saved my life. And my apologies to you, Abuna. Such is our reward for striking blind. Already I've lost too many of the Duke's men. I know not how I shall face him.
I am thankful that you, at least, still live. The Great Father favors us.
As he is surely displeased by the trespasses of this Nybeth, the sorcerer of the foulest sort.
Yes, Nybeth. He lies hidden in a rotting fastness beyond the town. Odd. With his men left at Almorica, I'd have thought him bound for Caritinae. Or could he be scheming?
I want his head, whatever it may be plotting. I will not return to the Duke empty-handed.
You mean to take the fastness with these numbers? Should we not withdraw and regroup?
Were it only myself and the remnants of my men, I would find retreat more palatable. But do not forget our new allies.
I have not. Yet be mindful of the Galgastani threat. Why, they might attack Almorica at any moment.
As I see it, we would not have the luxury of choice were it not for the heroes of Goliath.
Yes, of course. Advance or retreat. The decision is rightfully Denham's.
Voltaire, Sarah, I know you'll not object.
Then it's settled. We are yours to command.
Alright, we're going to cut the episode here, and when we come back, we're going to be doing some more of this game. So until then, I hope you guys all have a good one. Province of Ulster resistance had recaptured Almorica Castle from Galastani forces. Dark Runway was freed. Galastani has been forced to withdraw from the region. Both camps will be watching with great interest. Almorica Castle was recently recaptured by resistant partisans who defeated the occupying Galastanian forces. None of the partisans for more than a score of years. Their leader Pavel is now celebrated as the hero of Walston people. Under Walston resistance control before coming to Clarcero, became a ghost town
Doomed to corpus, but residents now begin to return. Callisto has become a center of worship, following for the followers of Vasque. It is a matter of time before it returns to its former glory. Once the Galistonian regime in Corinth held a large rally upon the hearing of the Almorcanians fallen. Many have been secretly critical of Hierophant Balbatos, and now his discontent since has come to the foe. Elephant is responding in force, slaying all those who speak out against him. Parsons throughout thought to be behind the attack of possession on Helm on the first Godspeak have been apprehended. They believed to be members of the Liberation Front, a group of Bakram militant loyals of the late King Dorglaw, who now await further announcement. Abbeth Olber, a well-known practitioner of the art of necromancy and the Galistonian consort to Almorca, has gone missing. He's not been heard since the fall of the Almorca castle. Is likely a prisoner of the Wallister resistance. There is grave fear for his safety. And I believe that is everything. Hooray. Check out the people again. Denham's been updated. Hid by the band of Zenobians, he met Gullet. He freed the Wallister leader, prison in Almorca Castle, offered a place in Wallister resistance, become captain of Order of the Loyal Sons. I think that's about it. Let's see here. Oh, got new people to talk about. Watches over Denham and his troops like doting mother hen. Wallister, who serves the Knights of Almorca, she gave next command to Sir Leonor. She's been close support of Dirk Ronway, and this is amongst most trusted advisors. Though known for her calm demeanor, she stubbornly opposes the use of underhanded tactics. The Wallister captain of the Knights of Almorca serves as the right-handed Dirk Ronway, a vital member of the resistance. First glance appears no more than a stern soldier, recalcitrant in his ways, but he is in fact one of the Duke's most trusted counselors, strategist. Brother was killed by Galistan in preceding turmoil. A stoic and rational manner is not easily swayed by emotion. Wallister fights for the resistance, now serves the Order of Felenia. He is a man of God who in sorrows devoted his life to seeking revenge. Once cared for orphans at the Church of Almorca, but was razed to the ground by the Galistonian after the war broke out. Lost all that. He held dear children. Kudat were murdered in cold blood, and most of those who escaped found themselves in the work camps, such as those in Balbamusa. After barely escaping himself, Albuna Donatello swore vengeance, became an active member of the resistance. He's a longtime friend of Steel Lorinor, and something. Wallister serving the Knights of Bull Sun. She's an archer with Knights of Almorca. Father and brothers were bowsmen. The Knights, but all perished in the early days of war. Her pinpoint accuracy with the bows more than compensates for lack of brute strength. Turns to her mother's side after the defeat of the Wallister and capture of Dark Wanway. However, she returned to her post as soon as received word of Duke's rescue. Initially served as Leonor's troop, but then joined the Order of the Loyal Sons after Denham went to the aid of Casaro. The House of Montrose is a noble family that produced many great knights over the years and are known for their loyalty to the Duke. They live by the motto, serve with each sweep of the blade. Leonor was made leader of the Duke's personal troops. Leonor was appointed to his second in command. Steadfast nature and closeness to the age of Leonor forged a strong bond between them. Following the recapture of Almorca Castle, they met with ambush, including the necromancer Nabaleth. With Leonor, after Denham came to rescue, he left Leonor's side and became a member of the Loyal Sons. Is that it? Nope, there's still more. Galistani served the Kingdom of Galistan, consul to Almorca while he was under Galistani control. However, it appears he left his duties to another service. Rarely seen in public, does not return to Corinth following the fall of Almorca. Alright, did you? Created a famed building such as Lygalum Palace, also known as the Hanging Gardens, taught at the Corinth Academy of Arts while painting numerous works out of his spare time. One of these were named Obsolence and Clouds, was presented to Duke Gloria. And major proponent of nationalism, spouted by Hierophant Balbatos, volunteered to take up arms after the war broke out. Counted the resistance forces at Teignmouth while en route to Almorca and was slain. Served at clan battle. She was apprentice of the necromancer Nebulith. By studying death in all forms, she believed one day possible to cheat death entirely. Never set out to the fortress to conduct experiments. She was ordered to stay behind in Kelsoroso. She learned that the work Castle of Thought faced pursuit of the Walster resistance, cornered, and the resistance force used the living corpse she cornered the resistance force using the living corpses at her command and was slain upon the arrival of Denim. Hooray. That should be it for right now. I'm currently the hero of Galliot. Did all the talking already, that's good. Wheel of Fortune, that's just the timeline here. Anywho, we'll cut the episode here. When we come back, we will be moving along. So until then, I hope you have a good one.